Today at Kwd Co we spoke to Louise and David. They live in Dalkeith in Perth and they've got a fabulous renovation that they're undertaking, but they've hit a real stumbling block. They found some rising damp in their home, which has meant that they've had to spend a fortune on things that you can't see, which is a real pain, particularly when you open walls up and find problems. So they've unfortunately had to put their kitchen renovation on hold. So they've got us today just to focus on the ensuite. Their ensuite was a disaster. So they're going to spend a bit of money on that and make it feel fabulous. You know, it's where they start their day every day. So they're going to start their day fantastically, and particularly with these finishes that we've selected. And next year or the year after, we'll tackle the kitchen then. So for now, let's talk all things ensuite. So for this ensuite, we're looking at a really contemporary vibe. So we want it to be quite clean lined and quite devoid of a lot of detail, but it's the hidden detail that makes it really special. So we're going for this relatively muted but strong palette, where we've got the main product is this incredible Turkish limestone that we import. It's in an 8x4 format and it's absolutely glorious. The texture is heaven. It's in a honed finish, which is not slippery, perfect for an ensuite. And we're going to juxtapose this muted colour with some strength of some black joinery. So we've got a really fine rail that we're going to put around the outside of the cupboards in this timber texture. So we've got a strength in colour, but we've got a softness in the texture. On the bench tops, we're looking at putting this super white. So it doesn't match the Portsea grey, the Tundra perfectly, but what it does is it elevates this to luxury, and I don't mind mixing my stones. So, you know, perfectly imperfect, I call it. We're going to look at using this art piece here, which also functions as a light. It's an articolo pendant, and these have to be seen in the flesh to be believed. They're absolutely exquisite. They dance the light around, and I think it's going to be the perfect accompaniment for this really contemporary ensuite. We've got this pewter pull from the English Tapware Company, and we're going to pair that back with their contemporary range in their taps. Now, I'm a huge fan of Perrin and Rowe, and you know the functionality of these taps is second to none, and it's contemporary without being too of the time. So whilst this is a modern bathroom, it's not going to date straight away. The piece de resistance of this bathroom though, including the light, is this stone bath that we've found. It's round, and you don't often see a round bath, but this is incredible. So we're working on sourcing that at the moment. And we've got an option to put a feature wall in of some tiles too, and we've got these really long, slim line, they're almost like a putty grey colour, that we're going to lay in a vertical pattern that's stack bond. So it'll be really quite modern, but give a lovely texture too. So at Kwd Co, you don't have to engage us for the whole house. You can call us if you just want to do one room, and we will deep dive into that room. We'll really think about it. We'll think about how the layout needs to be, what the joinery considerations need to be as well. So, you know, one room, a whole house, we're here to help you get the best design for your project.